Lyrics World. Chapter 14. Tahiri screamed as her body brushed against the thing at the top of the tunnel. It was warm and alive, and she felt frustration and fear rise in her belly. Enough was enough. She was too tired and sore to defend herself against another attack. "Don't strike," a soft voice cried. It was Sana. She had returned to the lower tunnel. Sana lit her trico torch, and Anakin and Tahiri saw the melody in its golden light. Her yellow eyes were large and scared. "I couldn't leave," she began, nervously twisting her straight brown hair around pale fingers. "I had to know that you were all right." "Let's get out of here," Anakin said urgently. Sana nodded, then began to lead the Jedi candidates back to the middle passage of the mountain. She stopped once, frozen as she listened to the soft scratching of wraith claws overhead. But the creatures didn't sense the three children, and after the rodents had passed, Sana moved forward. Soon they reached the middle passageway, where morning light lazily drifted through cracks and holes in the mountain. Here the tunnel divided in two directions. One went back to Lyric's world, the other led up to the portal of Sistra and the brown-green tundra of the moon. "We know the way from here," Anakin said softly. "Will you be safe, or do you want us to take you back to your people before we leave?" Anakin asked. "No," Sana replied. "No, you won't be safe, or no, you don't want us to go back with you?" Tahiri asked the girl. "No, I don't want to go back to my world," Sana said in a quavering voice, her yellow eyes fixed on the two Jedi candidates. "What do you mean?" Anakin asked. "I want to go with you," Sana replied evenly. "I want to study at the Jedi Academy, learn about the Force, and develop the skills I need to help protect my people." "We can't take you with us," Anakin gently explained. "We're not Jedi Knights. We don't have the authority to bring anyone to the Academy. Only Luke Skywalker and the other Jedi can do that." "Why?" Sana said. "Yes, why?" Tahiri echoed as she mulled over the idea. "Tahiri," Anakin said in exasperation. "You know we can't just bring Sana back to Yavin 4. "But you saw the way she fought the Wraith," Tahiri replied. "She's sensitive to the Force. I can feel it, Anakin. You've seen what the predators on this planet do to my people," Sana said as she met Anakin's ice-blue eyes. "The children are defenseless. For every Avril we successfully fight off, there's another that steals 2 of us away. For every Wraith we spear, 5 more devour our eggs. And judging from the time it took you to leave the lower passage and the tears in your jumpsuit, you've seen the strength of the Purella." "We cannot fight them at all," Sana cried. "It is not in anger that I ask you to take me," Sana said, steadying her voice. "Though controlling my fury is something I will have to learn. Take me because I feel the thing you call the Force. Take me because I will pledge myself to the peace and knowledge of the Jedi, and to the use of the Force, not in anger, but only in defense." "Do the elders know that you want to leave with us and attend the academy?" Tahiri asked. They couldn't take the girl with them without the Elder Melody's permission. "Yes," Sana replied. "I leave with their blessing, especially Lyrics. If Luke Skywalker doesn't feel you are strong in the Force, you'll probably be returned to Yavin 8, Anakin said slowly. "I'll take that risk," Sana replied. "I'm only 9 years old. If I'm permitted to stay until my changing ceremony, I'll return with the skills to help. And regardless of Luke Skywalker's decision, at least I will have tried to help my people." Anakin turned toward the portal. "Come on, then," he called over his shoulder to Sana. Tahiri grinned at the girl and grabbed her hand. The 3 children emerged from Sistra into the early morning sunlight. They paused on the purple rocks and breathed in the fresh air of hope. Tahiri, Anakin, and Sana climbed down Sistra quickly. Anakin hoped that old Peckham had returned with the supply ship. He and Tahiri were too tired for another battle. Moments later, his hopes were answered as the long-haired old courier raced toward the children. "I've been searching all night for you," Peckham cried, his hands wrapped around an old-fashioned blaster rifle. "I couldn't find the portal to Lyric's world in the mountains." "Where have you been? I was so worried." He didn't pause to wait for an answer. "You look terrible," he said as he studied Tahiri's and Anakin's torn, dirt-covered clothing. "Are you all right, and who's this?" He gestured toward Sana. "We're fine," Anakin assured the frantic pilot. "This is Sana," Tahiri added. "She's coming back to Yavin 4 with us." Peckham was too relieved to argue with them. All he wanted to do was get safely back to the Jedi Academy. No more babysitting for him. The children and the courier began walking toward the shuttle. They did not encounter any wraiths or reals as they traveled. And when they heard the distant shriek of an Avril as they boarded, Anakin smiled at its fierce, though strangely beautiful cry.